Hello everyone, welcome to Z Cooks and a not 4K but 5300K 60 FPS highest fucking settings locked color thing. We're gonna make pretzels. We're making pretzels. So I burn shit. Don't look at that. That's gonna be way too clear in the highest resolution, but pretzels is what we making. Recipe. There's a recipe. Like, I'm not gonna like wing pretzels. Are you fucking crazy? Let me tell the Twitch fam. Can you read my phone now? So I'm gonna make pretzels. I'm making a Z Cooks, and I'm saying hello. Okay, I need to search for the recipes chat. There's a recipes chat my cousin and I are in, filled with my Zio's sticky Chinese ribs. The resolution should be so high that you should be able to read that. Can you just read it? Good. My cousin posted everything and I forwarded every recipe I'd ever put anywhere randomly into this chat. So we're gonna need warm water, salt, sugar, active dry yeast, flour, oil, which in the comments, I read through the comments of this, because if you find a recipe, and the recipe on this tasty.co, there's no bullshit. It's just like the ingredients and how to do it, and then comments. It's oh my God. Can I give them money for running a recipe site like that? But instead of oil, I'm gonna use butter. And instead of 2/3 a cup of baking soda, 1/3 of a cup, I've seen people recommend. And then I need 2 eggs beaten and coarse salt. So I have all those things. I'm gonna go light on the salt because I'm on a salt restricted diet. But pretzels without some salt is like cruel. So if we go to the actual web page, here we go, look, ingredients, preparation, comments. So a lot of these people are saying instead of 4 and, what's the recipe call for? Instead of 4.5 cups of flour, use 4. So I'm gonna go with literally multiple people have said that's better. So what we need to do is put this in my pants, a giggity, and get ourselves a bowl. One that I haven't used to pop popcorn on a regular fucking basis. This will do. See, now what if pasta sends me nudes? They're gonna be way too high resolution for this. Okay, hold on, baby. Oh, so much fucking work above my head. You know, working above my head is legitimately, like, if I was in hell, like if I did something atrocious, it would be 2 things. It'd be work above your head while simultaneously working, bending down, but not sitting or kneeling. So yeah, no, baby, I do not fucking, whatever that word is, you. Anyway, I'm filming a cooking video. Hi everybody, we're making pretzels. Pretzels, cup things. I get to use my kitchen's a mess, by the way. Like, my garlic pot is out. If you don't know, I just put garlic cloves in here and smash them up and down. So this is officially a garlic pot. Like, I don't wash it. Because, oh God, oil, no. Because it's just gonna smash more garlic in 2 days anyway. And besides, what it smells like is fucking garlic. So here's our coarse salt. Just kosher salt will do. Measuring cups, that's what we were getting. I'm cleaning up in the middle of it. I feel like I'm live streaming. My sister's Christmas gift to me was these cute little all-clad Chinese made measuring cups. And look, some of them say like 1/8 cup inside the 1/4 cup. And then the 3rd cup doesn't have a 1/6 cup. Well, that should say 1/3 of a cup should have a 1/4 cup measurement in it. The 1/2 cup should have a 1/4 cup measurement in it. And then the 1 cup has all the measurements in it. So we need flour. We have a resealable flour. This is like technology and from the future. As long as it rips open properly. So when you're dealing with baking, and I don't do baking a lot, but I figure I need to do baking more. Because look at this fucking kitchen, other than the mess that's currently inside of it. There's a big hole in there. Ah, shit. Come on. I'm only on the 2nd one. You can't start fucking up the measurements now. 2. Maybe I should have done 1/2 cups and then done 8 of them. 3. All right. That was the penultimate. And then that's the 4th. There's some gapping there. All right, because it was gapping on a couple of these, I'm just gonna add like that much more. So we're not doing the full recipe it called for, but hopefully just 4 cups. Okay. Put that shit in a bowl. Today's one of the rare days I took a nap and actually feel better after the nap. You ever taken a nap? Like, I mean, I'm sure some of you have taken naps, right? And you just wake up and you feel like you've just been run over by a fucking truck. Yeah, not today. Hi, Pasta says hi to everyone. Wait, she also says, I hope they're yummy. Okay, so preparation. In a bowl, mix the water, the sugar, the salt until combined, and then add a packet of yeast. Now my yeast didn't come in packets. My yeast came in just a thing. Well, how much, Echo, how much yeast is in a packet?
Here is what I found. According to lifehacker.com, 1 standard packet of yeast contains about 2 1/4 teaspoons.
All right, we're gonna have to do
To hear
some.
more, you can ask me for another answer.
2 1/4 teaspoons.
One moment.
Oh God, I didn't ask.
Teaspoons. The first one is directly teaspoons.
2 1/4 teaspoons. So this is half a teaspoon. This is 1 teaspoon. We'll make it, we'll wing that a little bit. But I can't do that until we get the rest of the stuff in there, which I need sugar. I got my sugar. I got my sugar in my classic. I've had this for years. I have not used sugar, but I keep refilling this container because it's from Canada when I met Pasta. And it's the best source. It's the best way to fucking store sugar. I wonder if I could find those, like just empty cardboard things with screw tops, because that's the best way to store sugar. It wanted salt, so I'm gonna go with kosher because I literally don't have any other. Oh fuck. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, that's right, because that's gonna be. How is that going to affect the mix? Cashew dip. Then it says it in French, which is way worse. But it has plant-based roasted red pepper. This shit is bomb. You'll have to bring some to me. Smuggle it on a plane. Fuck, it doesn't want me to use coarse salt. It just said salt. And I literally don't have any other type of salt at the moment. I actually used all of my iodized salt, which would probably be better. All right, well, we need tablespoon measurements as well. 1 tablespoon. Are you the table? You are the tablespoon. We will pour the salt and we will pray. One tablespoon. I will speak French now. 1 tablespoon sugar. No one mentioned anything about modifying the sugar or salt. Just the baking soda and the amount of flour. So sugar should be done, and then we don't have to worry about the salt ever until the end. We also probably are done with this, and I wouldn't even wash that. 1 packet of active dry yeast. 4 1/2 cups will be reduced to 4, and then we're gonna get butter out. I actually might just use this already because I keep the butter out now. When it's salted, you can leave it literally out almost indefinitely. It gets a little funky after like 2 months. In a bowl, mix water, salt, sugar until combined. Then add the flour. Oh shit. Literally fucked this up already. How did you fuck this up already, Steve? I'm looking at myself in the mirror and it's like, how? How did I fuck this up? Step 1, fuck up. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get, it wouldn't be a Z-Cooks if it all worked out perfectly. So that was all the salt and the sugar and a little bit of flour. Just a little bit of fucking flour, just a little bit of flour. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Mix water, salt, sugar until combined and add yeast. So how much water? 1.5 cups of water, warm. Oh man, if these pretzels suck, this is the reason. Because there was a little baby bit of flour in with the 1.5 cups. That is 1.5 cups. I can't already. Why am I putting this here? It's water, it's done. Put it away. I don't understand how cooking shows fucking function. I'm gonna use a whisk to whisk. My failures are quoted the highest definition ever on Z Reviews or Z Cooks or anything. I'm whisking to combine. That's why it didn't matter if we used coarse salt or not. I'm like, oh, the coarse salt's in the flour. It didn't matter. And I can't tell if I've diluted it because I added flour to this mix, which has caused it to automatically become cloudy. So I'm just gonna have to beat the shit out of it. It also tells me to wait for it to foam once I put the yeast in it, and it's foaming because there's flour in it. So that's fun. You think since I have this recipe saved and I read it like literally when I was laying in bed, got out of my nap, but I'm firing on like 6 cylinders, but I'm driving a 12-cylinder engine. All right. Combined. In a bowl, mix water, salt, sugar until combined. Add yeast and let rest for 5 minutes until the yeast. Okay, so we're gonna add 2 1/4 of this shit. This is actually a living, breathing thing. 1, 2. And 1/4. There we go. This living yeast thing is a living yeast thing. Now I have to refrigerate it. And I'm gonna need to make more pretzels because there's no fucking way that I'm gonna use that much of that and then not. So. Wake up, yeast. Time to do your thing. Echo, 5-minute pretzel yeast timer.
Pretzels timer. 5 minutes.
I said pretzel yeast. All right, that needs 5 minutes. So I'm gonna shut off the camera, and then we're gonna add flour and 2 tablespoons of oil and mix thoroughly until dough forms. So I'm not adding oil, I'm adding butter to the whole thing. But now they want me to add how much? 2 tablespoons. What's that by weight? What's a tablespoon? All right, we're gonna just take a guesstimate. I'm gonna say that's a tablespoon of oil. Actually, you're a tablespoon, right? I could smash this in here and make like a little. I'm winging it. Yes, that's a tablespoon. I need 2 of those. So there's my 2 tablespoons. I should actually melt it. But since I'm adding it to the thing, I'm gonna melt it. Which means I should probably add more than that because some of it will be left in here. So I'll give that a few seconds, but not at this very moment. And that's our last tablespoon for coating on it after the thing is done. What else is pasta saying? All right, these are also very good. Ugh, fried olives stuffed with cheese. Ew, ew. Although she had a tattoo on her wrist. It's her watch. Oh my God. Benji thinks so too. Oh, her dog Benji is fucking killing her. If Benji's attacking you, blink twice. All right, we got to give that 5 minutes. It's starting to do some foaming action, I think. We'll come back. Ah. I just wanted to put my podcast on for a second. I took 5 minutes. I gave it another stir. We definitely have bubbles forming. How is Bobby formed? Oh, I can actually feel the bowl is, well, the bowl is supposed to be with warm water. So, let rest 5 minutes until yeast starts to foam. Add flour and 2 tablespoons of oil, mix thoroughly. So let's make this liquid. Liquidious. I even started moving shit around, like things that don't belong on the kitchen counter. Like this bottle of ammonia, and these mask filters, and safety goggles. Stop. We are 10 seconds too long. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pour that in there. That's my oil, and there's my water. Just sort of solidify it a little bit. Mix thoroughly until dough forms. How is Bobby formed? Probably should have got that part prepared also. This isn't a spoon. So I'm sure everyone's yelling at me now. Because you didn't use the right amount of thing. What is wrong with you? You fuck, you did. Oh my God, we got a flaky crust thing going on. I may have to actually work it with my hands. Yeah, I'm gonna work this. Let me work this. Hold on. Okay. Mix thoroughly until dough is warm. Remove the dough. Use the remaining oil to cover the bowl. Cover bowl with plastic wrap and leave in a warm place for 1 hour. So I have to remove the dough and use the remaining oil to cover the bowl and let this sit around for an hour. Well, that's fucking dumb. I need a plate now. Everything's just make a mess. All cooking is make a fucking mess. Excuse me, everything here. I'm sure someone's gonna be like, you're overworking it, Zeus. You gotta let it have the moisture to sit. All right, well, our last thing has to go in here anyway. Here we go, we're just gonna rub that around. There, our oil has been replaced with butter. Good enough, right? And now let's get this son of a bitch back in the bowl. Okay. Cover the bowl, plastic wrap, and leave it in a warm place for 1 hour. This is a, watch me do a thing. Here we go. Oh, I fucked it up already. I can feel it. I can feel how fucked up it is. Do better than me. It's why Z Cooks exist. Not to show off. I have a nice kitchen. I'm so good at cooking. It's do better than me. Have this shit ready. Did I seriously cut this too short? What the fuck? It's not too short. You're just being dramatic. There you go. Okay. A warm place for an hour. Somebody was like, put it in the microwave with a with the light on, or put it in the oven with the light on. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wash my hands, shut the camera off. I'm gonna put that in my bedroom right next to where the mini split is blowing on perfect tempered air. That's the warmest spot for it. It feels like I definitely don't have enough liquid in that dough. I'm just gonna say that up front right now. I've seen dough and it usually isn't cracked and like separate. We'll see what happens, man. Echo, set a 1 hour dome timer. Dough timer?
Door timer, 1 hour.
Door timer, okay, so be back in an hour.
Happens during that 45 minutes.
Interesting story. I did not know that happened. I gotta watch the news, but
Done.
my oven timer's done. Echo, stop. So I set an hour timer for the dough, but I set a 35-minute timer for the oven because I gotta preheat the oven to 450, which is a lot. 450, we're doing true convection, which might need to adjust the temperature. You know what? 425. Okay. So I literally had an earlier thing, so I have 25 minutes to warm the oven up. Because 425 or 450 is a lot. But I kept reading the instructions because these instructions keep fucking me. And it's like, well, you're gonna need a place for the dough to cut it up. Okay. You're gonna need an egg wash for the end. Okay. You gotta boil fucking water and put the baking soda in it. So here's the baking soda. I actually brought this up to a boil and now it's just sitting here. So it should be able to be brought back up. Because you got to form the pretzels and then dunk them in boiling water for 30 seconds and then put them in the thing and then put them in the oven. It's a lot of work. I also took the butter out to brush. I found my brush. I cleaned my brush for the egg wash, and I'm going to brush the butter after the egg wash. So there's a lot of prep still, like a lot of prep still. So I'm going to cut them on here. I spread some flour out. It didn't tell me to do that. You put dough down. It's going to get sticky, so you got to do that. So I'm not going to add this to the water until it's back up to a rolling boil for the actual final dip. So I'm pausing again. Anyway, the story was apparently in Hawaii, sometime in 2022, there was a missile alert sent out to everyone's phone in Hawaii saying a ballistic missile is coming, like an official one, like an accident. It said this is not a test. And for like 40 minutes before they corrected it, like they said Jim Carrey was on the beach, was in Hawaii in his car, and he got this thing. His fucking manager called him and said, "What are you gonna do?" Hey, you're gonna literally ballistic missile means nuclear missile. Come into Hawaii, which is an island, and it's like, fuck. He ended up getting out of his car, going to the hotel, and just walking on the beach and sitting down. And it's like, what would you? So the question they pose is, what would you do in your last moments? You don't know. You don't know how your brain chemistry twists when it's like, hey, you're gonna die in an hour. Fuck. That's super weird and dark. But now they're going over like what could have happened. I think people confessed their love, their hate, told people they slept with their moms. Anyway, I'll be back when the hour buzzer goes off. I'm gonna keep watching my podcast. This is Trash Taste, episode 135. They talked about AI art, AI music, and now they're talking about just the dark topics. Like, one of the things they brought up was one of the things I'm always thinking about is when I'm driving on the road, right? And it's a 2-lane road or 4-lane highway with just the yellow lines. What if I went like this? You die. You're driving a 4,000 pound piece of steel and glass 60 miles an hour, and they're driving 60 miles an hour, and you could just take your vehicle into that lane with literally with one hand. You could do this. And you're no longer on your road, you're steering correctly, and I want to go in the opposite traffic. That amount of movement can kill you. And everyone in that car, like, what's the fucking responsibility? Don't have a panic attack thinking about that now. Just, you thought about it, like I did. So this bowl is still cold, it's not like warm. The room was set, and not much has changed in the dough. I checked it about 10 minutes ago. We're at temperature here. I'm gonna set this to boil again. I hope it wasn't supposed to be like different or like rise into a ball, but it got its 1 hour's worth of rest, so we're gonna fucking find the fuck out. So now our next step is to cut it into 8 pieces. I got my pizza cutter out. This feels exactly like it did when I put it in there. So I guess we're gonna hope for the pretzely best. That's all I could say. So I guess we're gonna roll it here a little bit and just flatten it. We're doing, oh, that's a hard piece. Interesting. Oh, that's pretty doughy right there now. It wants me to do 8. I think I'm gonna do 6, which means I'm gonna cut it right in half. I want big pretzels, motherfucker. Give me them big New York style fucks. Keep this nice and floured. So now we've got 2 fuckers, and now we're gonna work it 1/3 of each. That's a real small one there. I guess it's okay if they're not 100% the same size. Now we're gonna work it into a, yeah, pretzel length. How the fuck are you supposed to do 8 with this amount of stuff? I should have done 4, for fuck's sake. I was wondering if the flour that was mixed in with the yeast made it not work, but we seem to have a pretty good pretzel-y thing going on. Oh, we've got to add, well, when I lift the lid off, I'll just, you know what, fuck it, we're adding that now. There we go. Do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'll put that back there. That's not long enough. I need, like, more room. Also might need more flour. This is actually cooking. This is... All right. I said everyone was going to cook pretzels. Because you have to bake a pretzel, obviously. That's part of the charm. That's too thick. It's still too thick, bro. Part of the charm of pretzels is you bake pretzels, yay. But I have this, like, realization that I'm not baking right now. I'm prepping to bake. The only step that's baking is the very last one. Flour. I guess that recipe assumed you knew what the hell you were doing. So it's like, get this out there, yeah. Oh. We're gonna go full width of the board. Can't really go farther than that. Anyway, I'll do this little tiny boy here. Start here between the fingers. I literally don't do this, but I'm Italian, so it's just sort of like, it's like when I made pizza. If you go back on this channel to the French onion pizza, my cousin was like, you gotta make pizza, this is how you do it. He walked out of the room and I just made pizza. Like, the man's been doing it for years. I'm just like this? He's like, God damn, you're good. All that Play-Doh research. Yeah. It's just sort of spread it. And you're gonna see if it's getting thin there, walk away from that area. Go to where it's thick, to concentrate on the thickness. You don't want those ends to be too bulgy. Oh, I finished Tulsa King. At least I'm up at episode 9. Everyone says there's 10 episodes, but it's like, it felt like it could have ended on 9, so I'm not 100% sure. I hear the water burling. Oh, it's got some sticky bits. We want to get the flour on there. I'm gonna sort of squeeze it. I'm removing board space. That's dumb. I'm glad I chose to do it on this and not on the. My cousin would have covered this cutting board in plastic wrap, which would have made it much easier to clean up. I'm gonna have a fucking time. And you see, it's trying to stretch back to like normal size. All of these are. They're currently doing it. Yeah, I'm so glad I made 6 and not 8. Jesus, 8 would have been fucking ridiculous. Although we may have some different thicknesses. Oof, this one's got like a hard section at the end. Also, it didn't tell me what to put the actual pan on. Like, just put it on a pan, grease the pan, don't grease the pan. No idea. Also, I'm sorry if the camera was pointed too far up the entire time, because I took it off my head and I'm like, this is definitely too high for a review. So, you're gonna have the highest resolution of nothingness. Just that end of her, please. This is the fat boy. I'm gonna have to let this one go off the, this one's gotta go off the edge. All right. Can I get you into a pretzel shape now? Fuck yes. Trying to keep the holes formed. How is Bobby formed? I'm gonna give it a little stretch. There should be 3 distinct holes. Period. If I see a big section, just keep rolling it again. I want them all to be done. And one of the comments was make sure you don't put them in the oven wet or they'll burn. So I don't 100% understand that, but we'll figure that out in a minute. This one's real elasticy. That one actually came out pretty good. Why is your hole gone? I asked her on our third date. I can feel it. It wants to talk to me. When you're working with dough, it talks to you. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be soft here. I'm gonna be hard here. This is the little baby one. I'm gonna put this one up here. There we go. Okay. Also, I don't know how I'm supposed to boil these, so I guess I'm gonna use this spider, which we should be at a raging boil. We are. Give that a little stir up. That's a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna need to go from that straight to this, and that's preheated. Are they gonna stick to this? Should I spray? I'm gonna preemptively coat this with Pam because I've baked many things and it just sticks to the pan and it's fucking ruined. So that is not the shape of a fucking that lost its fucking it's supposed to stick together. Do I have to use water? Shit. I need, hold on, I'm gonna try something. Because it never said anything about adding the I think I have to do that. Gotta get a sticky area going. Adapt, overcome, wash away the flour, which the boiling will do anyway. Okay. Should probably do that middle section too, but here we go. I could guess 30 seconds, and I probably won't show you all of these. Okay, that was set to 1,000,000. I'm just gonna hold it here. I put it in at 2 seconds, so when I get to 32 seconds, I'll just lift her out. Oh, she floating? She floating. And I used slightly less than, I didn't use 1/3, and I didn't use 2/3. Okay, that's how we're doing that, I guess. I just literally don't know. Fuck. More modifications. There's 3 contact points. Get them all wet. 5 seconds in. That means take it to 35, 12 seconds in, take it to 42. You know how to do counting, right? Anyway, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try not to make a fucking mess. How are you supposed to get it off? How are you supposed to do this anyway? They didn't give you any instructions. Like, boil it. Boil with what? Just... Oh, she's done boiling. No. On menu, boil. Keep it boiling, baby. 35. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Oh, those are touching. That's fine. Ow! Ow! All right, I'm gonna do more. Perfect timing. Pasta asked for a pretzel update. They actually do slide off of this. All right. Power. I don't think there's anything else I gotta do right now, right? Where the fuck's my phone? This is legit. Yes. 30 seconds per side? Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta go back in the water. 30 seconds per side. This is bullshit. This is Captain Bullshit. I can read. It's like 5 words. How could I not keep this in mind? Transfer vegetables to bake sheet, bake with egg wash and sprinkle with salt. Bake for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. So, I didn't even check the time. I put it back in there. Is it in 30 seconds? I can't believe it says per fucking side. Now it's gonna be upside down. Oh, fuck. Now I'm gonna, all right. Because that's not what a pretzel looks like. Also, the holes have completely filled in. You ready for some fucking Z-Cooks shit? "20 seconds in, 50 seconds out." Yeah, I might be 30 seconds aside. Fuck, burned my hand a little bit on the last one. I ended up putting 2 at a time in there. I put one in, then take one out, and then put one in, and then take one out in 15 seconds. Thank you, I needed that. So that's done. Say, you need to be egg washed. Does egg wash even stick to this shit? Egg wash makes them shiny. There was a pizzeria in the college I went to NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology, and there was a Greek pizzeria that was on campus, like in the actual food court. And those motherfuckers, no, I'm sorry, not Greek. I take that back. They were Egyptian, which is even weirder. Greek food. Egyptian pizzeria. And they would egg wash everything. Every calzone, the crust of the pizza. Shit was shiny and it was delicious. Like, I don't know if it was because I was in college and that was the best food on the campus, but it was like, you're in for a shiny treat. So if you're ever making pizza food, try an egg wash on it. Okay, are we good? Anything else? Need any more egg? No? Good, I could wash this. I need to get this ready for butter. Echo, set a 10-minute pretzel timer. I'll do salt on a few of them.
Starting now.
Because I literally can't do a lot. I'll do 2 of them. The real tiny one will have some salt, and this one will have some salt. I'll do half of them. 3 of them now have salt. 3 salted, 3 unsalted. Actually, you know what? Fuck that, we're salting all of them. Although what I usually do is I peel the salt off because it's the giant packets of fucking salt. Guess what I don't have? The giant salt. All right. This is gonna have to get melted. Put it in there, leave the door open so it reminds you to melt it. I shouldn't need any more salt. I used this to strain my orange juice this morning. Anything else? I gotta clean this fucking disaster up. This is a mess. Oh, it's like half a pretzel in here. All right, well, I'm running the dishwasher. I guess I was full, so I guess I gotta run a whole other fucking dishwasher. Anyway, back to weird stories about World War II vets and things like that. Because that's what I'm into. I loves me my Trash Taste podcast.
Yeah. Weird. It's just so strange.
All right. 10 minutes went by, wasn't done. It made it go to 15. I had to up the temperature. I'm stupid because it's reading 400 now and it says 420 there, and I looked at it was 375, and that's way off from where it needed to be. So at the 10-minute mark, I rotated the tray around because even though it's convection, it's still rotating in one direction. It looks like we're real close. We're like within 30 seconds. Hi, sweet. What are you looking for? This cat wants something from me. He's either sick or thirsty. I gave him fresh water, gave him fresh food. He wants the pâtés, I think. I don't have any more pâtés. I gotta go buy them. They're at Walmart. All right, we're pulling these pretzels out. We're so close, so I could feel it. Literally, I could taste them. Let's get the butter melted. We're at stage butter. We're at the butter stage. Hey, when a cat's looking at me and like, I wish I could understand its language. Like, I had Chewbacca for years, but every cat's language is fucking different. Oof. These pretzels are gonna be fucking fire. All right. Calling the oven. I want to make sure we get them because there's a lot of like tan areas and that has to be like done. Oh my God. Those are some fresh ass baked pretzels. All right, we're gonna pray that these are G2G. We're good to go. I put a lot of egg wash on them, so they're very yellow. Take a far off shot of everything. Get in here, zoom, get that texture. That's the shot that people want. They want to feel it in their mouth with a photo. Never just give it like, here's my dinner. You're like, you got to get up. You got to get in it. You got to be like, gotta look like a nature photography shot of a fucking spider's eyeballs. It's gotta be like, Butter. I washed this off, so no more egg wash on this. I'm gonna place that right the fuck there. Oh, hot. Well, that tore like a pretzel. It tastes like a pretzel. A little bit doughy on the inside, but that may not be the worst thing. I'm gonna give it a butter wash. Anyway, now that I've given it an egg wash, this will help wash off some of that salt. Let's use that in your excuse book. I don't want to cook them, like hard cook them anymore. So I'm just gonna let them sit here and sort of ruminate. The pretzels that Sam's Club used to have, the one in Scarsdale, New York, was fucking nuts. They would butter, they would literally, they had a butter vat that they just basically dipped the entire fucking pretzel into. And I couldn't have been happier. It was my younger days when just having like a buttered pretzel was a thing, but now I just made them from like basically very cheap ingredients. None of this shit was expensive. That's the beauty part. Like what, boiling water, baking soda? The butter is the most expensive part, and I'm adding that against the recipe's wishes. Will they come off the tray is another question. Do I have to dirty something else? I don't want to, I'll reuse this. See if I can even move this a little bit. That tray is warm. I was gonna tension the tin foil. Oh, they're loose enough to come off. Oh, the bottoms are nice too. Put that on a plate for an individualized photo. Nice contrasting white plate. Yeah, you look. Oh yeah. You go. This is half of food making in whatever century we're in, is making that shot look fucking perfect. You gotta get that Kim not Tim angle. Hold on. So the light's there, so you want to be away from the light so you don't cast a shadow. And then we're gonna zoom. So we go straight down on it. Watch for phone shadow. And then get in there for that buttered goodness. Oh yeah. That was a little guy. Oh, nope, I didn't rip the tin foil. I thought I ripped the tin foil. I'm gonna loosen all these up. Yeah, oh man. The little ones should be cooked better than the big ones. The little ones the size that they would have been if I would have cooked 8ths instead of 6ths. I ripped my foil. I'm going to assume doing this warm is better than waiting for it to get cold and harden on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, ripped it. Trying to go through too extreme an angle. Oh, yeah. Thank God I put down fucking tinfoil. Thank the gods. I could just peel it off like that also. Oh, rip the bottom of this one. Look at that. Rip the skin off. The bottom is a little bit thick. Like it's harder. It's very soft. The dough is cooked. Still pliable and terrible. Let's try a little bite. If this one's better than those, or that one, then I know that I made them too big. It's equally good. I could use more salt. Something about the flavor profile is slightly off. I would change something. Probably put no flour on the roll when I'm rolling it. Just don't put flour down. Because I feel like the flour affected the outside of it. And I would try to raise the dough in a much warmer environment. Something in the 85-degree range, Fahrenheit. And then I would make them much bigger. I want to have holes here. This is way too much expansion. See, like we've got a flexi pretzel. So she tears apart. But this isn't a failure. This is a fucking good pretzel. Pretzel. I can't say pretzel within my mouth. Pretzel. More salt and this would be like a great treat. I wonder how they're gonna be tomorrow. You want a pretzel? Oh, look at that. Anyway, thank you for stopping by Z-Review's most high definition video he's ever made. Let's get down. Hold on, I fucked up my hands. This is my official butter towel. Let's get in there and let you guys see what these look like. Wait, I could do one better. Welcome to narrow field of view, where you can really get in there and taste the pretzel. Yeah, you can see the ends of this. It's definitely a pretzel. I feel like I could do better. I feel like I could make this even better. But thank you for stopping by.